What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Fallout 4. My name is Splattercat. I'm so glad we're done with that Mirelurk Queen. For real, you could probably tell by the end of that last episode, I was kind of done with that fight. The HP bloat in this really seems like they're making the same problem they made in Oblivion, where stuff just has too much HP. You get bored by the time you kill it. You're just like, I've been running around in circles swinging this sword now for like an hour and a half. Can it die now, please? But welcome on back. We're in beautiful Diamond City in the hopes that I think we're going to be talking to Piper today. So I'm going to go back to public occurrences. We're going to work on the main storyline quest for a while. I should probably jump out of my power armor. I hope nobody jacks it, though. If there's any Grand Theft power armor, I'm going to be really upset. GTPA doesn't have quite the ring to it that I would hope, but sometimes you just don't get a ring. At least that's what all my relationships keep telling me.
Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
Where do you want me to start? The part where Kellogg turned out to be working for the Institute? Or the part where he told me they have Sean?
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Man like that would have had access, in and out.
But we both know that angle isn't going to work.
Yeah. Any other ideas, Nick?
Talk about a literal dead end, huh?
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
So, what now?
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. Let's stay focused. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
What exactly do we need, Nick?
Kellogg's brain. It's a long shot, but Dr. Amari just might be able to get it jump-started. See what the old Merc knew.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... who's coming with you?
I have to go to the Memory Den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
Let's take Nick.
It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
While you two are out, I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be here if you need me.
For sure. Now that we got to rip out a guy's brain and leave, I think... Let me take a look at what I got going on here. Carrying a lot of weight with me. That's the big thing that I got to get rid of some of these Nuka-Colas. I think that's the big thing that's hurting me. Probably ditch them around here somewhere since I never use them anyways. There we go. That'll work perfectly. Now I just need to swing on down this way to Nuka-Cola under N. Yes. Nuka-Cola Cherry, you go in there. Quantums, I don't really need you right now either. Y'all can just hang out inside there. That's 40 pounds gone right there of just sodas. I might have a soda problem, but I've told you guys that before. I pretty much nurse on, like, beverages all day long. Non-stop. You with me? Or why are you sitting on the ground right now? Well, it's not really the ground, but the couch isn't that much better than the ground. I mean, it looks kind of dirty and nappy. Does nobody have, like, a dry cleaning service in the future? I feel like we should probably be able to fix all this. Now, as to whether or not we've actually been to Good Neighbor yet.
People do crazy things when they're scared. That'll be Diamond City's motto.
Let's take a look here. Oh, I don't want to teleport yet. I got to get inside my big brass suit. Yeah, there we go. Get those elbow pads covering all the good bits. This actually, I noticed that elbow pads protect me better than other pads, and so I just made this entire suit of armor out of elbow pads. Alright, let's take a look at the map. And we gotta go to Good Neighbor, which I've been there already. Oh, I haven't been there already. But I've been to Park Street Station, which is pretty close. See, this is why I explore in my free time and just wander around and unlock stuff. Makes it easier once we get down to playing. Everybody knows that elbow pads are the only way to protect yourself in the apocalypse. So if you ain't got none yet, I highly recommend it. There is a knee pad lobby that tries to make the point every now and again, but I don't believe in it. I don't know what gun I want to use. Probably this one for right now. I do wish its firing rate was a little better. That's the only thing I don't like about this gun is that I can't, like, spray super hard, but... Is there one behind us right now? Okay, just throw that Nick back and knock him out. It'll be fine, Nick. I promise. Got him right there. Bottle caps. I gotta loot everything. If we don't loot anything, what was the point of being here? You know, you gotta make that money. Gotta get that Skrillses while we're out and about. Good. The Old Granary Burying Ground. Seems like a really weird place for a graveyard. Like right in the middle of it. I mean, it's next to a church, so that makes sense. I bet there's going to be a secret here at some point. Like something's going to open, like the ground right there. It's going, and it's going to transform into something useful. For now, though, there's just a dead guy over here. He's got a skull bandana, which I kind of like. I'll take it. He's also got a 10 milli, which I really don't need, but might be helpful at some point. I thought I said the thin breaker for a second. I was like, what do we need a thin breaker for? Why do we need electrical equipment that's been on too extended of a diet? I don't see how this helps me. But nope, it said beaker. More medicine X right there, which I could definitely use. Mole rat meat. Nah. Why was he eating mole rat meat before the apocalypse? This leads me to believe that maybe a lot of the animals around here existed before the apocalypse even happened. Like the mole rats were still around. Maybe some stingwing action. Future was a scary place. Sometimes things go wrong. Oh, look, there's scavengers over here. Well, time to shoot some dudes. You know how little Raider power armor I've seen the entire game? I wish we had more Raider power armor. I would be happier if I could assemble that kit. It's actually pretty good, too. It's got really, really nice stats. Defensive-wise, it'll hold it down for you. Jump over that real quick. We've got a whole bunch of pipe pistols over here. Yeah, I feel like they could have really accelerated kind of the gear drops in this game, too. It just seems to me as though you look at pipe rifles like all the time, the entire game, and there's never anything else. Jump down in here, maybe. Oh, it's on the other side of the fence. I made a mistake. We're going to have to go around the block. Unless I can go around this way. A feral... Did you just hit him? Oh, it's a battle axe. Okay, I was going to say, I thought he had a shovel for a second. He just randomly acquired a shovel that he was now using to murder things. Nice swing, man. You decapitated it. Good for you. I don't know if there's any loot over here. These little campsites sometimes have something in them, but sometimes they do not as well. It looks like the answer to that question is going to be a resounding no. Let's get back out on the road. We're going to swing around the opposite side. I think Amari, isn't she the girl from Fallout 3? I don't remember the names like perfectly. What is this? Water Street Apartments? I've always wondered why apartments always have like garden. They always have like water. They always have some kind of like random scenic thing involved with them. And it's too consistent. There's got to be like some rule of renting. Good lord. Apparently it's mole rat time. I'm just going to stab them all. Stab-itty, stab-itty. Oh, it's a broodmother. I don't think stabbing's going to work on that one. Oh, it canceled out my reload too. Hooray. You wouldn't think a mole rat would be able to get through like solid steel armor. I think it would really, really struggle with that. How do I get over and into there? Methinks I probably wasn't supposed to jump down. That seems to be the choice that has put me in weird straits. Now if I can loop around, the whole place is in a giant shambles, though. We're about to pop in a new core as well. Got some super mutants over here. I don't know if clearing the street this way is on point, though. If that's something we even want to try and do. If we loop around this way, is it going to take me where I want to go? Just going to be more dead ends. I suppose we're just going to have to investigate. We don't really have a choice, do we? Meat bags, blood bug meat. Don't really care about that either. What's up, Chief? Dropping in from the ceiling like Spider-Man. You know, I think I've been over here before. I'm like almost sure that I've been in this area previously. Use a stim pack real fast. Hey, I have power armor around, man. 38 rounds aren't going to penetrate. Yeah, I think I've been over here before in a different playthrough. I think I recognize this place. I should be able to just ditch him. I don't think it's like a mandatory. And see, there's that chug again. This game's performance is so odd. So we got good neighbor over here. Everybody knows that if you're trying to hide your settlement, you should light it up with LEDs and shit. Kinds of neon lighting. That'll make it all better.
Hey,
At least we
hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
Better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
Well, hey, all right. We'll just say your insurance is paid up for now, okay?
Wait, he dislikes the fact that I stood up for myself from somebody that was like...
Hassling his friend here with that extortion crap? Good to see you again, Nick.
Hancock?
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You're soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new mayor.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. Now I know you had old Finn handled back there, but a mayor's gotta make a point sometimes. You alright?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
I don't want to feel you. You look veiny and gross.
Yeah, I feel you.
Good. You stay cool, and you'll be part of the neighborhood. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Well, one more body to add to the apocalypse. Apparently you don't run your mouth with Hancock, although I still don't get why Valentine didn't like the fact that I stood up for myself. Like, was I supposed to let him extort me? Sometimes you gotta flex a little muscle at somebody. You're like, huh, bicep. So how many ghouls are there? A bunch of ghouls over here. That's pretty cool, because up until now, the game really hasn't showed a whole lot of civil ghouls. All of them have been ferals.
Whoa. Now that is some armor. Check out those hydraulics.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want to.
Let's see what you have.
Murder and may.
I don't think I really have anything to sell right now. But if the little brobot got anything for me, we could take a look. I doubt that they will. Devastator's chest piece. Wow, look at the armor values on that thing. That's really, really good. It's pretty solid. That is armor that will keep you covered over the long term. More missiles. We got leaded enamel. That's a little bit better. The party starter. 50% more damage against humans. I was going to say that might have been helpful against that Mirelurk Queen, but no, it wouldn't have. It only helps with humans. Everything looks okay. She got a super sledge, though. I say she because the robot kind of has breastises, but I don't know. Maybe those are just mega pecs so that when it goes to the gym, it can do its presses a little bit better. So who we talking to now? I'm going to go find Amari. All right, let's work our way through town. We'll go see what Amari's got going on.
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out. All I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think you guys have much of a say in that. They kind of seem to go and do where they please. You know what I mean. Kind of tough for me to take a guy with like only a Tommy gun, not like any armor or anything else like that. Like power armor, kind of a major thing in this world, man. Like I respect your spine, but if the Brotherhood of Steel wants something, they usually take it.
Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
I figured this place would be a little bit more vibrant, in all honesty. Thought there'd be more people in here partaking of the services. Looks like we're going downstairs. No, I don't want to. No, I sprinted into a wall. Can I go home early? I sprinted into a wall. It hurt a lot. Also, I'm running downstairs, which is definitely an insurance hazard.
Dr. Amari?
Yes, I take it this isn't a social call.
You're the one who can extract memories from a brain, right?
Normally, we only allow our clients to experience their own memories. Now, what's this all about?
We need a deep dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
How do you lock memories?
The implant is encoding all the mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Think of it like computer encryption, and we don't have the password. Let's see. A single mind wouldn't be able to crack it. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Any idea what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Hell yeah, let's load into this little power bulb. Oh, you want to switch sides first. I see how it is. I wanted that one. Well, where can I exit my armor? There we go. That's better. Probably shouldn't be bringing industrial grade materials in here anyways. Let's lay it on down. You know, the last time I got in one of these capsules, I got frozen for like 5 trillion years.
initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Well, they're a madman's memories, so I would expect them to be unstable. But sometimes it takes a maniac to catch one. That's what Demolition Man taught me.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Alright, so apparently we're walking on memories right now. A little different than walking on sunshine, but same concept. Apply your knowledge.
You are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. People are always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
Huh.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
So can we go in a different direction with...
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Well, let's sequentially move along and try that one in the next episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for the next episode of Fallout 4. I hope to see you all in future episodes. Hi-do, everybody.